You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
The heroes are back. Beards talking balls, rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Batter Fan, Chris and Dan, weekly rocking with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fat Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Fred. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just vibe. Free 99, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, the Heroes are back. Welcome everybody to episode number 411 of the Battle Heroes podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Granada, and alongside me, as always, Mr. KBD. How are you doing, sir?
This is where you get your info, guys. Episode 411. 411, get it?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't think many people are going to get that.
Well, I mean, I would assume so. They need the
uses
info
411 anymore.
the 411 still exists.
Nobody uses it.
Yes, people still use it. People still use star 67.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, so let's keep going.
All right. So, semifinals bound. We beat Tigres without Messi. Shout out to Asawad from Dubai. Much appreciated you joining us live. Without Messi, we made it to the semifinals. I tweeted before the game that this felt like it was a great opportunity to be one of those memorable nights where you win a big game that you're not supposed to, right? Everybody expects you not to win these games, and here we are. We won, and I don't know. The fact that it came off of 2 penalties kind of sucks, but you'll take it whichever way it comes, I guess, right? But you had other opportunities. It's just, unfortunately, the X factor just couldn't come through.
Listen, I'm all kinds of upset, and I texted you, if we lose, I'm gonna be furious. I'm still upset, but I would have blown the internet up if we would have lost this game. We win, we're lucky that we won, and we're moving on to the next round. But go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, because people are saying clear penalties. Absolutely clear penalties. Without a doubt, they were clear penalties. But you know, it felt like if we don't get those 2 handballs, do we score today? Because it felt like Allende was the one that was on the receiving end of most of those opportunities, and he just kept, just not converting.
Shout out to 89 J Stubbs with the 499 Super Slam, and shout out to you for watching the Batter Wrestling Fans podcast. Says Ustari aura goal line defense at the end. Hit us up on Twitter so that way you can try to jump on to Batter Wrestling Fans. I know you mentioned that. So
that was pure aura that kept that ball out, because the way that that basically just danced along the line, that was a tightrope walk. That was memorable, and that happened right in front of our seats. That would have been fun to watch in person.
Yeah, I think that. Listen, I'm upset, man. The fact that Messi played against the worst team in MLS earlier this week, a half of it, came onto the pitch, and then didn't play for one of the most important games of the week.
Of the year.
That's of the year, really. I mean, unless we get into the playoffs and MLS Cup and all that. But like, dude, you played against the worst team. We couldn't beat the worst team, and you played a half, but then you couldn't come on to play against Tigres?
Well, a couple things. And I understand that you were on this last show. You kept talking about how we couldn't beat the Galaxy without Messi, and then everybody was jumping on the bandwagon. Okay, but we could have scored. We could have scored late anyway. And I don't want to get into that debate again. But the same way we had to wait until the 84th minute, we had to wait until almost 40 minutes into the second half for Messi to finally convert. Somebody else could have converted in the 45th minute, in the 50th minute. We were playing well again. We could have won without Messi. For everybody that was saying, hey, Danny, he needs to warm up. He needs a couple minutes. How did we feel? Luckily, we got the win anyway. But how did you feel when you found out that he wasn't going to play today? That you wasted him coming on a second half of a meaningless regular season game. That's right, meaningless, because we have 3 games in hand. We could have gotten an easy point. We probably would have won without him anyway. And he played and almost cost us the fact this game, which was a win or go home.
And shout out to Tony with the 199 super slam here. And he says, please no more Allende. And then we also have Blake Heitler comes in with a super slam. 999
Blake.
Says we can win without Messi. Yes, I mean, I believe so. But, you know, today we made goals off of penalties. Our first half was amazing. And then on top of that, you bring in, I mean, we'll get to the game, but the second half was a complete disaster. The substitutions, a disaster.
Darsh is saying stop. I'm not mocking. Well, actually, I am mocking. I'm mocking everybody that wanted him to play. He doesn't need a game to get into rhythm. He didn't. How many games did he miss before Saturday?
I don't know the number.
He missed like what, a week or two? Okay.
Yeah,
did
something
he
like that.
Did he look like he was in rhythm when he started playing on Saturday? You look fine. Got a goal. Got an assist.
Yeah.
Looked like he was fine. I would have taken that. I would have taken that today.
All I'm saying, yeah, of course, it would have been acceptable today. Half of that would have been acceptable today.
Okay, and the Darsh, yes, I'm sure that technically it is nice. It is nice to get a game under your belt before you get into a big game. But the fact that you're coming off of an injury, I would have much preferred him going ahead and playing today for the first time. Coming in the second half. Do what you did on Saturday today. So,
and then KGF saying,
yeah, there's plenty to get
anyway,
into.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get into all of this, KGF. We're going to, listen, today was a fun-filled game in terms of just drama and juicy stuff and, you know, injuries and stupid-ass, you know, substitutions. It was a mess.
I understand that he said that. But what I'm saying is you could have waited 3 days and played the second half of this game. What was the point? I understand that it's important to play every game, but there's an important game coming up. You're coming off of a hamstring injury. Wait the 3 days because those games were so close. If it would have been a week before, go for it. 3 days before, I thought it was silly to do it. And again, if we would have lost today, everyone would have been like, oh, man, we lost because of Messi. Messi didn't play. Oh, that's why we lost. We shouldn't have played him on Saturday.
Well, before we get to atmosphere, Danny, since you're screaming at people, let me scream at someone. Pedri, let me tell you something.
Do that. See, Chris, you look for him, Chris. No, because you can't complain about him when you look for him. You can't complain about him when you look for him.
These IMCF bumps want to win without Messi so much. Listen, let me tell you something. I don't want to hear a peep from you, Pedri Potter, because Bright
if
and
you didn't want to hear a peep from him,
amazing.
You wouldn't have brought up his comment.
All right. Atmosphere. How was it? It looked pretty nice. A lot of people went out. A lot of Tigres fans went out.
It looked like there was a lot of empty seats, to be honest with you.
Well, I saw a lot of yellow jerseys is what I saw. I saw a lot of yellow jerseys. I mean, it's a Wednesday game locally, so it's a tough game to get to. You and I didn't go.
No, man. Wednesday games are brutal, man. It's the first week of school with the kids. It's brutal.
Yeah.
I did see that Jason. I lost
KGF, come on, stop spamming, Poppy.
Jason said somewhere that a fight broke out in our section, so we missed that.
Oh, nice. Maybe it was people in our seats.
Maybe.
Oh, that would have been fun. Ugh.
All right. Well, I thought the atmosphere. I thought it was a lot of empty seats, but that's, I guess, to be expected on a Saturday. I didn't think that there were that many yellow jerseys.
On a Wednesday.
A lot of yellow jerseys.
Yes, I did. From the broadcasting view, I saw a lot of yellow jerseys. I mean, obviously, there were times where they'd pan over to the fan base, but like from the broadcaster's view, you can see that there was a pretty good amount of yellow jerseys. So it's a very surprising showing from Tigres fans. Shout out to you guys. You guys showed out for a nice, fun game.
All right.
So that was a good atmosphere for Wednesday. General thoughts is first half was amazing. Second half was a steaming hot pile of garbage. I mean,
Yeah,
what? You're going to say the second half was good? You have this face like you were about to say it was a good half.
No, but I think that they look gassed because they put it. You know that cliche, like that team wants it more. It felt like in the first half.
Yeah.
I know, but it felt like in Miami was playing their ass off in the first half. Like they were like overcompensating for the fact that Messi wasn't there. They were running all over the place, and I think that caught up to them because Ian Frey looked tired in the second half. Like a lot of the guys did look tired in the second half.
I just want to say something. You know how in football they say, you know what makes a good defense? A better offense. Yes. And today we were on one because we had Ian Frey attacking from the right. You had Jordi Alba attacking from the left. You have Yannick Bright stealing everything. Okay. You have, I mean, it was perfect. DePaul and Telasco playing perfectly with everybody around them. I ended being a complete non-factor, just putting himself in great positions and doing absolutely nothing with it.
I think it was they were playing very direct, very over the top. They were skipping the midfield. They were like, we're not even going to do this midfield stuff. Busquets would get the ball and he would just air it out to Allende. Now, if Allende has a better touch, if Allende is better at finishing, I think Allende has a big game. I think we win by a few goals because we should have had a couple. There was a ball that Luis Suarez laid off for Allende where I felt like he should have gone one time far post or at least gotten a shot off. He hesitated, took a heavy touch, and then the defender got his leg in between him and the goal. I thought Allende just looked really poor today, and I think little by little, more and more people are saying it, and I think now people are expecting it, so now it stands out even more.
Yeah. I mean, that's the general thoughts. So starting 11, I don't know if you got the graphic piped in and ready, but I'll go ahead and just start it for you guys on audio. Ustadi made the starting goal in Not Rocco's Modern Life. Back four, you have Jordi Alba left back. You had Gonzalo Lujan and Falcon playing center back, and then Ian Frey makes the start at the right back position. You got the double pivot here with Busquets and Bright, and then in the left side we have Segovia, right side we have Allende, and then in the middle we had DePaul, and then up top as the lone striker, Luis Suarez. I like the starting lineup. I mean, if you're just going to give me Allende because you're like, I want to stretch the field, I mean, whatever. I'll take the starting lineup.
Yeah, and I thought that because he is the one with the most pace, that it made sense, right? Luis from Tigres in English told us on Tuesday or Monday when he was on with us that we're susceptible to the counter. So I thought, okay, Allende shined in the Club World Cup, right? Because he was getting those opportunities. He's going to be the X factor. And it was quick. Early on, you could see it immediately. He's going to be the one that's receiving those balls over the top. But what's he going to do with them? And unfortunately, he doesn't have the skill to do much with them. But I thought that maybe he might luck out and get a goal.
I mean, the good thing about Allende, excuse me, but the good thing about Allende is he did stretch the field and have the left back super preoccupied. And then on top of that, he's not just having to worry about Allende stretching the field with his one-trick pony stuff, but then Ian Frey literally just penetrating the defense. So many people had to pay a ton of attention to the right side. So, yes, I get it.
No, and I agree. Allende is an important part of our attack because of his speed. Could you imagine getting somebody to play in his position that has speed and skill? So what we're saying, look, him being here and stretching the pitch, okay, we get it because that's the guy that can do it.
It's true.
It's unfortunate that he sucks, but it's true. He can do that, right? How many times I give you the analogy about the stupid fanny pack? He has one thing in there, run, and he can do that well. So that's great. What we're hoping is that we can get somebody that has pace and skill on the ball, because that would give us a legitimate right winger and somebody that could really contribute to the attack. But yes, he does stretch the pitch. He is important because of that.
Well, and look, I think Fafa could easily replace Allende. That's what LaRue Douglas says. And then you noobster is saying if Allende is shit for the past 200 games and every podcast expert says the same thing, then why the F is he starting every goddamn time? Why are professional football managers and coaching staffs do not agree? It's because it's like a tactical advantage just to have him stretch the field.
Yeah, he look. If I were to just show you highlights of Busquets passes and then cut it off right when Allende receives it, you'll be like, ooh, that team dominated.
That's going to be a goal.
Because Busquets put him in perfect position to have good opportunities, whether it be cross it, somebody running down the left flank, or to get a shot on goal.
Yeah.
And it didn't really create anything, because once Allende got the ball, then it kind of went nowhere. But because he can put himself in that position, that's why he's important. He's important because he was in position to receive those balls. Now, what sucks is that once he receives the ball, he doesn't do much with it. But you can't take away the fact that he puts himself in that position because of his pace. So what we're hoping for is that we can get somebody else, this young kid from New Old Boys that supposedly is basically a done deal. Hopefully he can come in. He can be that speedster, and then he can do something with it.
Well, and this is the other problem, right? Aria says he has zero crossing ability. Imagine if he did. Imagine if he did, the advantage we would have, because he'd already have the space. You give him like 50% of Gressel's crossing ability, and we'll have header goals for days.
Sveti is fast and can dribble, which is the winger I'm talking about from New Old Boys that everybody's saying is basically a done deal. So we'll see, because everybody keeps telling me he's pacey guy and that he's also nice with the footwork. And if that's the case, I can't see how Allende keeps his starting job. And then the Fafa thing, I keep hearing rumors about him going off to somewhere else, possibly Montreal. And with the fact that he keeps arguing with Luis Suarez every game, and the fact that we're bringing in another winger,
he's out. He's out.
I wouldn't doubt that, and it really sucks because I really wish I would have seen more of him, because I really felt like he could have been a difference maker as a super sub, but we never even saw him as that.
Yeah, Ungodding is saying here, this game alone, Allende wasted 10 clear chances. So
if we have a competent right winger, tell me we don't win by 3 or 4 goals today. Like, we go into half up 3-0 at least.
Yeah.
Like, it really stinks. But we'll see what this kid can do. He's 19 years old. And then at Rubita, shout out to Rubita. That's a great point. 19-year-old. Look how much Obando has played.
Obando's a sitting nightstand.
But the difference is Obando has Luis Suarez playing in front of him. Obando's a striker. This kid Sveti has what? Allende playing in front of him. Like, I think there's more of a chance of him getting out there.
Well, so this is the starting lineup. You liked it?
I was okay with it.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't a fan of Lujan, but I was really excited that Ian Frey got to start.
Well, Ian Frey, I believe, is completely helped and basically pushed the pace for us in the first half.
He did a great job defensively. I love when he is defending, how he can get his big body and put it to use, and he puts himself between the ball and the attacking player to get the ball back, and he kind of posts everybody up, and he uses his big frame. I think Ian Frey is somebody that needs to be consistently starting. It's still not happening, but the fact that it's happening in big games, like winner go home games, that's a positive sign.
And before we get to covering the game, Reaper is asking, who are you guys supporting, Orlando or Toluca? I want Orlando because we need to get revenge, and we need to get it with some stakes on the game.
Well, I also would like Orlando just because I think it would be fun, because everybody's like, oh, Orlando Miami's a rivalry. Yeah, having a game like this would legit make it a rivalry, right?
Yes.
So we'll see. That's why I want Orlando. I know Toluca is the best team in Mexico right now, technically. Yeah. So, but either way, both those games would be at home. At the moment, the only way we play a road game from here to the end is if we play against the LA Galaxy in the final.
Yeah, well, I mean, in that case, Messi has to play, right?
Well, I don't think the Galaxy is making it to the final. I'm just saying that's the only. Other than that, every game from here on out is going to be at Chase Stadium, semifinal, third place game, or final. Oh, and then another thing for general thoughts, we're guaranteed at least a chance to end up in third place, because if you make it to the semifinals, you get a third place game, and that third place finisher automatically qualifies to the Champions Cup next year. So we already got that bid.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So that's the starting lineup for you guys. Hopefully you guys liked it. If you did, say it in the chat. If not, let it be known. As far as like the game goes, right? The way that the game was going in the beginning was phenomenal to me. We were pushing the pace. We were very cohesive on offense. The defense was playing well because of the simple fact that we were so hungry for the goal and so hungry on offense. I mean, Telasco Segovia ended up getting a yellow card in the 4th minute, which I thought was kind of, a dumb play on his part, but I get it. It kind of stopped the Tigres from making getting an opportunity, a good opportunity. Now, how did you feel, I guess, within the first 15, 20 minutes of the game with Inter Miami?
I thought it was a great showing by Miami. I love that they were pressing high, forcing them into turnovers. I love that Rodrigo de Paul was allowed to kind of really play in that final third, because Yannick Bright and Busquets did such a good job of holding down that defensive end of the midfield. I thought if I were to say man of the match other than Messi in the first half, I'd say Bright and Busquets. I thought that they are the unsung heroes because they were really holding it down. They weren't allowing Correa or any of them to kind of get any free space to kind of attack. Busquets was finding Allende with those long balls. I really thought that midfield of Bright and Busquets was doing a great job. And Rodrigo de Paul, although he didn't have his best game today, I thought that he was given more freedom to roam up top, and I really like that also.
I'm going to save this comment for later, Dennis, for sure, when we cover the second half. I don't know if you noticed, but during the game, Busquets fell back pretty far, sort of like a 5th center back.
Yeah, and then I'm telling you, him and Yannick Bright were holding it down. Like defensively, the reason that they weren't doing anything, those two locked it down back there. Ian Frey did a great job getting back defense. Even Jordi Alba. Man, I was so happy watching Jordi Alba today because he was contributing just like he did against the Galaxy in the attack and defensively. I thought that he did such a great job, not only just pushing the ball up, but also getting back and winning balls in our final third. I thought overall just a really good performance in the first half by everybody except for Allende. And that's not me hating. I think everybody would agree. Just about everybody had a good first half except for Allende.
Yeah, I mean, Soccer Daddy's saying defense was pretty good today. That's because our offense was really good in the first half. Mm-hmm. So it gave a lot of difference. It gave a lot of flexibility, and it gave a lot of sort of room to breathe for the defense. And shout out to Samurai. Press the like, people. I think somebody said there was like 20-something likes, guys. I mean, come on. You guys hate us that much? Please.
Yeah, look, Lewis said, if you're going to beat us, it's going to be on the counter. He said, what's the game plan? We did the question, right? The how do you beat the Tigres question.
Yes.
And he said, play 5 in the back, play a 5-4-1, and then just get all your speedsters to just try to get a counter. And that's ultimately what we did, right? We pressed high, and when they beat the press, we did a good job of recuperating, not allowing any counterattack opportunities. We defended, and then we went ahead with the long ball. It was very vertical, very direct. We knew there was a game plan. Get direct, get vertical, and see what we can make out of it. Now, unfortunately, we weren't able to make much out of it, but that was the game plan. And in the first half, it kind of worked almost to perfection. And I think if we had a little more quality, we would have scored more than once.
Well, and that's the case, like with Allende, right? Like he was able to help stretch the field and to be able to pressure the right side, or the left back on Tigres' end. And then you had Frey, like I said in the beginning, that added on additional pressure, and they're expecting the pressure to come from Jordi Alba's side. So imagine when Jordi Alba has the ball, he's actually full of quality. And then in the midfield, when you have Segovia, who's playing a little, he played pretty well. He wasn't like, a superstar today or anything, but he held the ball well. He was able to pass and move and open up spaces for other people. I mean, we ended up getting to the point where Luis Suarez gets to be able to take a penalty kick because of a handball.
Was it the same guy that got called for the handball twice?
I'm not 100% sure if it was the same guy. I don't think so. I don't think it was. But there was a handball that was called. Now, the first handball that was called actually was a little bit more debatable, obviously, than the second one. The second was completely obvious. Rubita saying, I think so. Go Fish is saying same guy. Ungodding is saying, I mean, that guy needs to be fired then. That guy's fired when he gets back to Mexico, right? Like, he has no job anymore.
Okay.
Aquino.
So people are saying that it was him.
Okay.
Well, that's two bad plays. You can't be in the box flailing your arms, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if so many players, when they're defending in the box, put their arms behind their back to prevent silly things like that from happening.
Yeah.
And yes, you know what? You should save this comment also for later, Chris.
Yeah. I'm going to save that one. Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm saving the other one too. Yeah. Look at that. Panza de Sancho.
Shout out to Panza, but I don't think so.
We got awesome. Are you kidding me?
I don't think there's any ball
baby.
knowledge here, but we hope we entertain you. That's what we're here for.
We got ball knowledge too, baby. We know what we're talking about. We ain't out here just saying Allende is great because he's from Argentina. Come on.
All right. Dude, you're obsessed. You're obsessed.
I don't know. I had to stick the dagger in real quick. Sorry.
All right.
So the handball happens. Now it looked like it was like kind of on his body, but at the same time, like he's extending his arm. That was a clear handball. So they called the penalty. Luis Suarez steps up.
I thought they weren't going to check it. I thought they were just going to play on.
Nah, I knew they were gonna have him take the penalty. I knew it was going to be handball for sure. What'd you think about Suarez taking the penalty? Because he almost skied his last one before that.
I don't know. I felt oddly confident that he would nail it. And I was waiting for all the antics that this keeper supposedly does, and he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Think he respects Suarez too much, or they just didn't show it on video? Because I was expecting some Debu stuff and nothing.
Yeah, no, I didn't see anything. I mean, the commentators were saying that he has respect for Luis Suarez or whatever. But I mean, if you're they did say that. If you're that guy, you're that guy. You got to be that guy through and through. Don't be
for sure
selective with who you're like showboating for. Like, what the hell? You're whack. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, look, 1-1 goal is saying, no way, Chris, he is a PK god for his whole career. Yeah, I'm not saying he's not like good at PKs. It's just the last one he took before this game, he almost sailed it. It hit the post. It hit the top bar.
I will tell you that we've been saying, for everybody that's been saying that Suarez is Washington should get benched, we've been saying, one, there's no better option. That's first of all.
Drunk.
And second of all, he is not finishing consistently. That is 100% true. But he's doing every single other thing well. And because he's doing everything else well, he can stay. He should stay. He's earned his starting spot. But what I do like is that he's continued to play well. And now maybe he's going to start finishing. Right? He got one to go in the back of the end against the Galaxy game.
Yeah.
He didn't really have too many opportunities to go at goal today. But, he got 2 PKs. Like, look, remember Gonzalo Higuain? Terrible for a year and a half. And then all of a sudden, in August, he turned it on and he won Comeback Player of the Year. Only player to ever win that award from getting benched. Like, hey, maybe
he was injured. He was almost had his leg blown out.
Maybe Suarez wins Comeback Player of the Year.
My name is Jeff. It says 23 out of 26 PK sunk in Suarez's career. Yeah.
That's an oddly low number of PKs for somebody like Suarez.
It is. Yes.
I mean,
he's played with a lot of great players. I imagine that there's other players that are like a lot better.
I guess. I mean, yeah, he played with Messi and Neymar, but 26 seems like a really low number for his entire career.
Yeah. Well, and Sean Callahan saying Gonzalo only turned it on because of Neville. Sean, you're like 20% right, but it's not because of Neville. It's because of Pozuelo. Yeah. Pozuelo was the guy that turned it on for him, basically.
Yeah.
then I'll tell you, look, as far as the actual penalty is concerned, he takes it, slams it in the back of the net.
And the goalie guessed the right way. Guzan guessed the right way. Like when you watch the replay, it's almost scary. If Suarez isn't pinpoint perfect on getting it to that corner, that might get blocked. So,
it might have.
So that was a little scary. So that was nice to see. It was nice to see. I will tell you, I was more nervous for Suarez taking the second one than the first one.
Really? Oh well, because it's at that point it's a chess game.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, is he gonna go the same way? Is the goalie gonna go the same way? Is he gonna try to go upper 90 again like he did last time? But this time I was much more nervous for the second one than I was for the first one. That's for sure.
Yeah.
The first one, I was like, he'll make this. But the second one, I was like, oof.
Yeah, I mean, look, so Amanda's saying, Danny. I mean, at that point, you know, like I said, it's a chess game. You went right. So now the goalkeeper's like, okay, you're gonna go right again. You're gonna go opposite. Yeah. You're gonna hit me with the panenka. Like
it's very scary.
It's kind of for sure. It's kind of scary. So we get the goal. We're still playing pretty aggressively in the second half. Suarez is not having to move up.
Don't jump to the second half yet. The first
half. I'm talking about in the first half. We're still playing like aggressively later in the first half. My fault.
Okay, I understood. You mean after it?
Yes.
I think we were playing great, and we kept getting opportunities. I think that everything changed once Jordi Alba went down with that injury.
Oh yeah, that once Jordi Alba went down, that's when things really took a bad turn.
Well, yeah, because that led to him leaving the game. He came back. He was limping around. He gave the ball away in a dangerous position right before the half, which scared me. I was like, oh no, this is going to be one of those things that we have a talking point after the game. That caused Mascherano to lose his shit and then bitch at the refs, which ended up leading to a red card. He ends up getting his premium seats above the bench. We stopped attacking up the left side. It was all on Ian Frey to go up the right side or up the middle. And then Ian Frey was tired. He got injured. Like that, the Jordi Alba injury was the beginning of, not the end, but that's where the tide started to change a little bit. Just the last 3 or 4 minutes of the half, it felt like Tigres were like, oh, they're on our ass. Like I was like, blow that whistle quickly because they might score right now. And that's why everybody was getting so upset. Because Mascherano said, go low block, defend, make sure they don't score. Let's get out of this first half with the lead. And the refs just kept letting the clock go. And that's why he started yelling at them.
And Richard Greenberg saying that was a crazy game. Shout out to Richard Greenberg.
Yeah. And our friend from up north. Shout out to you.
And Soccer Daddy saying Mascherano aura is unmatched. Let's not get carried away here, Soccer Daddy. Okay. We'll talk a little bit about him and we'll pump him up in the second half. Dennis
we had 2 shots on target with one of them being a penalty. How is that amazing, Danny? Because they were creating opportunities. But again, I don't know how much of the game you watched, Dennis, or maybe you watched all of it. But if you have clear opportunities and your players just aren't converting, the team overall is playing well because it's putting itself in a position to create a goal-scoring opportunity. Unfortunately, the X factor is Allende. And unfortunately, because of the pace and the strategy today, which is play very direct, play vertical, and our one vertical threat is Allende, the ball was landing at his feet. Now, you put a lot of responsibility on somebody that hasn't shown that they can produce, which sucks, but I also understand that that's the only option we had, and that's the best way to beat this Tigres team. So I thought we played well because we weren't allowing them to get many opportunities. We were creating opportunities for Allende, and the chat, I think, all agrees, at least from what I've seen, Allende had quite a few opportunities to get a shot on goal. He just didn't do it. So I wouldn't say that they only had 2 shots on target and they didn't play well. I would say they only had 2 shots on target despite them playing well because of Allende.
And I want to mention something here because David Passos is saying Ian Frey didn't want to get out the game. He was cooking. He looked like he was injured.
I love Ian Frey so much, man.
But he didn't want to get off. Like he put his thumbs up, like I'm good. And like the face of disappointment when they took him out the game was something that I wanted to punch the TV. And Dennis, if you're telling me that we didn't attack, like Ian Frey alone when he brought the ball up, like there was 2 or 3 times he literally like went right down the middle. Like he didn't even stay along his line. He went down the middle. I mean, Yannick Bright penetrated the defense like 2 times from what I remember.
And towards the end of the game, he was dancing around people. I was like, okay, Bright.
Apparently,
Sweat. The shirt is being cooked in the seats with the phone. The aura, it has arrived.
Yes, absolutely. No, it's going to be great. I mean, we get to the second half, Danny, and I just saw Italia. She put up that apparently there was police in the tunnel, and then there was a red card issued to Mascherano starting the second half. So, and he had to go back, and then he found his VIP seats above the coaching staff. Now, before that, like you mentioned, Jordi Alba got injured. Luckily, it was right towards the end of the first half. So they were kind of able to.
He tried to tough it off.
They tried to sort of evaluate it, but at the same time, they just said, no, we got to take him off in the beginning of the second half.
Andy, I would love for you to elaborate because I you can't be talking about those PKs because those were clear as day. I think we were lucky that we got them, right? Because if we're going to keep depending on Allende, I don't know if we were ever going to score on open play, but I mean, they were clear as day penalties.
And somebody had mentioned here, let me see here. Jeez, I freaking lost. One where one goes saying, the players almost fought in the tunnel, so police called in.
At halftime or at the end of the game?
Like at halftime.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because Rodrigo De Paul kept going at the guy that Suarez was arguing with the guy. And
they ended up switching jerseys before the half ended.
That's what I noticed. They switched jerseys.
Playing Peacemaker.
While Rodrigo De Paul's in front of him, and he's like talking shit to him while he's walking behind him. Blah. And then Suarez is like, here, have a jersey, go somewhere else. And then Rodrigo's still going, but then the camera cuts off.
Yeah.
So
we start. Well, first of all, Orlando gonna destroy this small club. Get out of here, Andy.
Oh boy. You know what? This is why I want Orlando, because right now Orlando fans are really hyped and they really think they can beat us. And to be fair, they beat us twice this year. But when it matters, they're gonna get their ass kicked, and that's why I really hope that they could somehow beat Toluca.
Yeah,
I really hope so, because they're gonna be so upset when they lose next week.
Hold on, Reaper, you need to give me like a website or something that you're citing here. He's saying it's not illegal to use a phone or walkie-talkie.
I refuse to believe that. I don't know the rule, and maybe you know it better than I do, but I refuse to believe that you get kicked out of the game and that you're still allowed to coach through the cell phone. Like, I don't believe that.
In the VIP section behind the coaching staff, like you see him, like he had his hand over his mouth. He's like talking stuff to the, like, what are you doing? This guy's on FaceTime. Well, okay, let's start the second half. Well, before we start, how did you feel? Jordi Alba goes down. We're up 1-0. Were you confident? Were you kind of shook?
When Jordi Alba went in and he tried to tough it out and then he left, I didn't necessarily feel bad. I still thought that we had a chance. I honestly thought we were going to score more. But we went ahead and
what?
I don't know. But it was soon thereafter that I noticed that the attack kind of died down because Jordi Alba wasn't there to produce on the left anymore. So that left flank kind of died out. The right flank with Ian Frey, although he was still pushing up, I think that Mascherano from his sweet seats had them playing a little more defensive. And then we kind of just let them bring the ball up. Like that high press we started with, then we kind of went to a mid press towards the end of the first half. And then eventually we kind of just went defensive. And if you allow a team that much time on the ball, eventually they're probably going to get through.
So somebody asked me to check ChatGPT about this rule with the walkie-talkie. So just so you guys know, this is what ChatGibbet told me. Okay. I asked if a coach in major soccer gets a red card at halftime, can they still communicate through phone or walkie-talkie to the staff? And it says in major professional sports such as FIFA, UEFA, the Premier League, MLS,
in any sport,
and other top leagues, a coach who receives a red card sent off is generally not allowed to communicate with the team or coaching staff in any way during the match, including phone, walkie-talkie, radio, and person messages relayed through staff. It says key rules, FIFA laws of the game state that a person who is sent off must leave the vicinity of the field of play and the technical area.
Chris, you don't have to read those things. I feel like that was pretty obvious. Granted, when he said that, I was like, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that's a very obvious thing. Like, of course, if you get kicked out, why are you still going to be able to coach? It makes no sense.
By the way, V Vega, I never use ChatGPT ever. Okay. I don't like using ChatGPT. I actually like reading and researching and learning new things. But someone asked me to look at ChatGPT. Okay. And yes, Rubita, it is common sense, but at the same time, he was on camera all second half. Like, what if we win and then they're like, your coach was kind of still like half coaching and you guys technically lost? Can that happen?
Orlando and Toluca is going to penalty. I just put the game on.
Nick Smith, I would never use ChatGPT to make an intro ever.
All right. So eventually, and shout out to Blake.
Shout out to Blake Keitlinger with a super slam of the night. 1999 says, I declare a duel in FC 25 with Pedri Potter. Pedri Potter, you have been called out multiple times tonight. And you know what, Blake? Make it an all-American team.
Ooh. He might lose. He might lose if it's an all-American team.
I mean, look, Pedri Potter's going to put Allende on his team. He's completely cooked.
Yeah. All right.
So
all right. So,
the
second half, I thought it was hilarious that Mascherano was up there. I thought it was hilarious. I was surprised that I didn't see Mike Longin up there with him. I thought it was hilarious. He's yelling into the phone. Like, he's not even trying to be inconspicuous about it. Like, he's yelling into the phone. He's gesturing. Like, he's having a phone call about this game. And they switched to Javi Morales. And you can see he's on speakerphone. Like, okay.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that he's hearing him on speakerphone on the right side. But the way Mascherano was yelling behind him, I'm sure he could hear him in the other ear also. Like, he was listening to him loud and clear from both places.
And shout out to Troy Alves with a super slam here. 499 super slam. Says Mascherano is a complete legend for that, in my opinion. Team should appeal the red too. What could he have possibly said? I told Danny, I'm like, this guy is legendary for that. So he gets points for me. Yeah,
absolutely. That type of stuff, that's the type of stuff that kind of makes you a fan favorite, even if you're not good at your job. And I think that he might have won some people over. Chris, I could tell, just with that, because that was an awesome move.
I will be buying that shirt. Once it is made, I will be buying it.
I already got my email. I just received my email about next week's tickets.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I got a notification a minute ago too. And Soccer Daddy, you might be right. They might be disputing the red card. I mean, it's unless there's like legitimate proof that he said something that was like, I don't know, like really, really in poor taste. I don't know. But whatever. So the game goes on, Danny. Jordi Alba gets
tickets for next week already. All right.
Yeah, no. Once you opt in, that's it. You're cooked. You got the tickets.
That's it. Yeah, they already told me. That's it. Your tickets are done.
Yeah. Right. Same thing for me. It's like, oh well, if you did it, you got it. It's waiting for you there.
It's the second week of school, so maybe I can sacrifice next week.
So Jordi Alba,
the finals on a weekend. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. No, you're right about that. Jordi Alba gets subbed out because he just can't take it anymore. 47th minute, Noah Allen comes in, replaces him at left back. Now, at that point, we're losing our offense on the left side, right? We're playing more defensively on the left side than ever in this game. Tigres makes the substitution as well. They bring in Ivan Lopez and take out Ibanez. And then shortly after, hold on, Tati Abril says MLS can't prove Mash wasn't talking with his wife on the phone. For sure.
Absolutely.
I mean, what if he was talking to Tata? Like, what do I do in this situation? I don't know. Okay. I mean, he knows better than what he's doing.
All right.
So,
how are you feeling? After Jordi Alba came off, because you asked me, but you didn't tell me how you felt after that.
I mean, I was shitting bricks. We lose our offense on the left side. Obviously, Allende's not going to keep Allendeing the rest of the game. You're really going to show that? You're going to get us freaking banned. I mean, look, all I'm saying is at the end of the day, Allende's not going to Allende all game. And then you also have Ian Frey, who's also getting fatigued or whatnot. But we were still kind of playing decently. I don't know. Look, you want to watch the Orlando. I kind of don't want to know what happens because I like watching the highlights with my son. And this is kind of sucky for me because there's people that are like legitimately wanting to know what's happening. Mr. Nitro says Tigres goal was legit. Miami goals referee took the bribe.
You don't think that those are handballs, Mr. Nitro? Like, it's hard to dispute. Like today's, I felt like those some penalties are disputable. I felt like today's is difficult to dispute.
Well, I did say that the first one looked like it was inside of his body, but since it touched his hand first, I don't know. My name is Jiv says MLS drone striking Danny as we speak. So, and then Elmer is saying que pena to Segovia for getting Alba injured. That was rough. That was rough to watch.
That's a good call, Elmer. Good call, Elmer.
Knee. It was like knee to thigh or knee to knee. I don't know if there was bone involved. That's tough. That's a tough injury to get through. Because if it is bone to bone, then that's going to be a tough recovery for him. My name is Jeff is also saying first one, his hand was above his body as he went down. Very unnatural. So, Danny, couple substitutions after. We got Telasco Segovia comes out for Ben Krem. And then Ian Frey comes out for Marcelo Weigand. 63rd minute, both substitutions. At that point, I'm like, we're completely fucked.
At that point, I thought we're locking it down. What we're trying to do right now is defend for our lives. That's what I was thinking when I saw those. Because to take off Segovia for Ben Krem, yes, you get a lot more I guess energy or more of a box-to-box midfielder with Ben Krem in the midfield, but you lose the quality on the final third. And not that Segovia had the best game, but he has more of a chance of giving you some quality or creating an opportunity for himself or others. And at that point, I was like, okay, we're locking it down, and we're going to try to hold on for a 1-0 victory.
But that's the thing, right? Like, you're losing quality taking out Segovia, and you bring Ben Krem, who has less quality than Segovia, right? More of an engine, I guess. But Segovia was serving his purpose. He was distributing the ball well, holding on to the ball well, dribbling well. And then you also lose Ian Frey, who is like surging the offense on the right side.
But he had just looked like he had taken a knock. I know you say he gave a thumbs up, but he had just taken a knock.
Yes.
He didn't look as fresh as he did in the first half, obviously, because he was hauling ass back and forth from his final third to our final third. So I understood that one a little more just because I figured that he's probably tired.
I didn't understand it. You're taking away the only real offensive prowessness that we have on the right side between him and Allende. And then on top of that, like, what are we doing? I mean, at that point, you're literally surrendering to getting attacked. And Weigand comes on and literally gets cooked first play. You noobster. Shout out 199 Super Slam. Shout out to y'all. Danny is great. Chris over Allende. Yes.
Much appreciated.
Noobster. Yes. And I mean, he gets cooked. Your boy Marcelo Weigand gets cooked. First play.
I don't remember, but I believe you. I don't doubt it. Look, he's not. Like I said, he's a good MLS right back. But I'm sure
he got cooked.
Okay, I believe you.
Yeah, he got totally cooked. And then Lujan also totally cooked. He got cooked on the goal. So we get to the goal, 67th minute. Lujan gets completely cooked by a beautiful pass. And then Ustadi, who had his hands on the ball, couldn't stop the goal from going in. It literally trickled into the back of the goal.
Yeah, look, Ustadi just hasn't been the best. was the worst of games. He had what? He had a couple tops today, but yeah, that one. When you get your hand on it, you wish that he would keep it out. But Lujan, man, the guy just ran right by Lujan, Angel Correa.
Yeah.
If Tigres ends up winning today, there's a good chance that Angel Correa wins Player of the Tournament.
Oh, for sure.
Because
My name is Jeff.
He's a baller.
My name is Jeff. Says goalposts save more balls than Ustadi. I mean, Lujan and Dennis, you're right. Lujan and Ustadi were full embarrassments, completely embarrassing. So we get scored on. How did you feel about that?
1-1. I don't know. I felt I didn't feel worried that they were gonna win in regulation. I thought that might go to penalties, right? Because there's no extra time. So at that point, I'm thinking this might go to penalties, and I started just having flashbacks of the Leagues Cup from 2 years ago, where we had the Dallas PK, the Nashville PK, where we had a few of those, but I was not sure how I felt about Ustadi being back there for those PKs. But that's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking that we would lose in regulation, even though Tigres was the better side. It was the better side in the second half. I thought that we would end up in PKs.
Well, I guess ending up in PKs would have been okay, but I texted you right after that. I told you I was going to be furious if we lost. Messi doesn't play. He played against crappy LA Galaxy last game for 45 minutes in a game that we don't need him to win, technically, but we needed him to win in the most important game. So at that point, we have a penalty, another handball, right?
Mm-hmm. And
in the box.
That was Rodrigo de Paul just sailing the ball. I don't know what he was thinking of. I don't think that was a shot. I don't know what he was doing. He just sailed it.
He was trying to get it towards the goal.
Yeah. He was like sailing it towards the goal. I don't know if he thought that might. I guess it was a shot. I don't know, but he sailed it, and then Aquino again, arm in the way. So I
mean, but apparently we paid the ref to put the arms in the way.
Again, at that point, I was worried about Suarez taking it. At that point, and just because he had just taken one, and I think that it, like you said, a chess match. If you've already taken one, you and the goalie have a chess match now because you want to see who makes that mistake. That's it. Orlando has this fifth shot. If they don't make it, Toluca wins.
I mean, so at this point, do we talk about our penalty or that penalty?
No, we could talk about our penalty. It's just I might seem a bit distracted because this is coming down to the wire.
This is who we're playing.
Yep.
This is who we're playing. So Suarez ends up going back the same direction to the right. The goalkeeper's left. A little softer of a kick, a little softer of a shot, but gets it in nonetheless. And we end up walking away with the score being 2-1, with a late sub being Tadeo Allende out finally for Tomas Aviles.
When we scored that goal, they opened themselves up. Like they were going for it. And we had chances towards the end to add another one. Obviously, we didn't get anything, but we definitely did have an opportunity.
Well, I mean, you have Allende who tried that like a half-field strike. You have Luis Suarez who tried to go over the goalkeeper also. You got Ben Krem who almost had an opportunity as well towards the end of the game. Things started to open up a little bit for us. They started to get sloppy, Tigres. So
because they had to go for it, and when you have to go for it, you leave yourself open. Galese just got that block. Orlando scores, they win.
So at this point, if Orlando scores the penalty, those are who we are facing.
Yeah.
What's the date of the game?
I would assume Wednesday.
Next Wednesday?
I would assume so.
No way, dude.
Yeah. It has to be Wednesday because if it's Tuesday, I got a hard time to go because my kids all have soccer practice on Tuesday.
Yeah. Well,
Hopefully it's Wednesday.
it says tomorrow, August 21st, is when the payment is going to go through for the ticket, but it doesn't say the date of the game. I'm pretty sure we're going to get that like after.
Oh my God, Orlando missed.
No,
He went wide right, went wide
wow.
left.
I mean,
Oh,
you're literally
wow.
spoiling it for everybody here. I mean,
everybody in the chat is doing it also. All right, so I apologize for everybody on audio. This has turned into like a watch along. I'm sorry. All right, so Chris, we went 2-1. Your thoughts as far as standouts go?
so standouts to me, Yannick Bright.
I thought Yannick Bright had a good game. Absolutely.
Yannick Bright was a standout. You know, it's funny, Lujan, I was going to give him some credit today. I was going to say that he played a pretty good game, but then he got lambasted in this game. So he deserves none of my credit. None of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not giving you any credit, Lujan. All of it goes to Bright.
Okay.
That's it. I'm giving it to Bright.
Standout?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say Jordi Alba had a great first half before he got injured. Oh my God, Galese blocked another one. Jordi Alba, Ian Freto had a good game. Yannick Bright had a good game. Luis Suarez had a good game.
You're giving it to half the team. I mean, come on.
Well, those are all standouts.
Okay, so those are your standouts. Who gets?
Kepena's pretty easy.
Of course, the Kepena's pretty easy. This guy's a 6-time Kepena award winner.
Oh my God, Galese is gonna take the kick.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Oh no, he's dying for a calendar moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna have his Drake moment.
Yeah, that's what he wants. Yep. I mean, there's people that are saying Kepena magnet. Yep, he is a Kepena magnet. For sure. And Elmer's saying Orlando needs to make it. Orlando has won, baby. So we're playing against the purple again. All right. Kepena for me and for Danny goes to Tadeo Allende. Okay. Absolutely. Now, man of the match other than Messi, I'm giving it to Ian Frey. Ian Frey on the right side was legitimately a game-changing player. You can clearly see the difference between Frey and Chelo Wegan when they're in the game. And that is huge for us. So Ian Frey gets my man of the match other than Messi. I'm not going to give it to Luis Suarez because he had 2 penalties. I'm giving it to Ian Frey.
All right. I will give it, you know what? The thing is, I would give it to Busquets if Allende would have converted on any of those opportunities that Busquets put out for him.
But he's passing it to a running garbage bag.
Right. So Yannick Bright had a great first game, but I'll give it to Suarez. I thought Suarez had a good game. He was creating for others. But again, we didn't get any of those chances finished in the play of in the run of play. I'm sorry, in the run of play. But I thought Suarez had a good game. He converted both penalties, so I think I'll give it to Luis Suarez. Oh, you know
I want some people to the man of the match, or other than Messi, the post. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good one. Dennis.
That's like a team of destiny type of thing, no?
Yes, it is, because that was really close. And I just want to let you guys know how much I don't care. Tony Axe, Frey wasn't even top 3. I don't care. Pedri Potter, American Agenda. Ian Frey's Jamaican. Yannick Bright's Italian. Get out.
Okay. Let me ask you, who was the highest rated player that didn't score?
The highest rated player that did not score, I would say is, well, Jordi Alba left the game early, so he had no mistakes. I would say Jordi Alba.
No, he was not.
Okay. I'll give it to Yannick Bright.
Yep. And who was second?
Ian Frey.
There you go. Ball knowledge, baby.
Let's go. Are you kidding me? You see, I told you we got ball knowledge. Hold on. Let me go look for that post so I can rub it in Bailey Potter's face.
There you go.
Yeah, look at that. Boom, baby. Panza de Sancho. Thank you for doing this podcast. You have great ball knowledge. Are you kidding me? This is where we do backline runs and what else is
Line
there?
breaking runs.
And line breaking runs, and soccer,
right.
football.
All right. So Luis Suarez 9.1 rating, Ian Frey 7. I'm sorry, Yannick Bright 7.8, Ian Frey 7.6.
That's pretty good. And the lowest rated is Tadeo Allende.
Yes. No. It's Segovia.
Wow, Segovia.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Soccer Daddy's saying it. Worst rating, Segovia. Elmer, see you at the game. Yes. I mean, I'm gonna try to make it out there for sure.
I'm gonna have to leave my job early.
Yeah. Pedri, let's be nice. Let's not do all that. Okay. And
No,
shout out to Adam.
You're not allowed to say that word in the chat.
Yes.
Pedri.
Adam, shout out to Adam for a $5 super slam. Would Miami have won without the penalties, hypothetically? I don't think so.
No, because we weren't creating a lot of. Again, and what I was telling Dennis, the game plan was to go vertical and to rely on Allende being our vertical threat, and hopefully that he could create for others or himself.
Yeah.
And it seems like everybody else contributed to that game plan, but Allende just couldn't hold his end of that bargain. Now, if let's say we keep the same 4-2-3-1 and then put Messi out right, could you imagine how good this team would look?
We would have had 5 goals. We would have had 5 goals today.
Right. Just put him back out to the right wing like Tata had him. And if he plays right wing, he technically gets to float into the center of the pitch anyway. Like this lineup right here with Messi at the right, this would be a chef's kiss. It would have been
5 goals today, Danny. We would have won like 7-1.
Can I say something? Messi, and I know everybody's gonna be like, but he needs to play a couple minutes before next Wednesday's game. No, I don't want to see him in the DC United game. Give him a full week to rest, and hopefully he can play next Wednesday. Do not send him to DC. There's no reason to go over there. Stay in Miami, chill in your yacht, relax your hammy, pay people to massage it every couple of hours. Like, just chill. Next Wednesday, we need you.
So we play against DC United. Then after that, we come home and we play against Chicago the Saturday after. So like he better not be anywhere. Canceled.
They're going to reschedule that Chicago game.
No, for sure at this point.
Yeah, because it's either the final or the third place game. So that game isn't happening on August 30th anymore.
So I do think that he better not see any of the field. He better not be anywhere near Washington, District of Columbia.
I wonder if all the people that said that he should have played against the Galaxy are still saying that for the Galaxy, though. Do you think they'll still be like, nah, he should play?
No, they'll say, no, he shouldn't have played.
No, I know that he shouldn't play.
Oh,
I would assume everybody agrees at this point, right? Because we saw what happened last time. Like, no, don't play him. Let him chill, and then next Wednesday, let's go. This is the game I wanted, and because I get it. Orlando beat us twice this year.
Yeah.
But us at home with something to play for, a fully healthy squad, I got my money on Miami.
The Saga Daddy's saying full rotation. Yes, you can expect some Santi Morales. You can
don't even send the starting 11. I don't want them to I don't want them to get a nosebleed because they're flying too high.
I want Hall to be playing.
I don't want there to be a chance that they trip coming down the stairs. Like nothing. Like just let them rest. All starters rest. Send out IMCF2, and if we lose, so be it.
I need Obando to start. Santi Morales, Sailor. I mean, give Fafa some minutes, right?
Yep.
Hall, Tyler Hall.
Yeah.
Boat right. Bring him in.
All of them. All right, Chris. Any final thoughts?
Thank goodness we won. Thank goodness that there was a lot of handballs. And now it's off to play against Orlando with some stakes on the table.
Yeah, man. This is going to be a fun week. Looking forward to that game.
Hold on. This guy just came in here. Just drive by. Santiago Amaya say, play pretend that team. You just wanted to drive by the program and just and then just ride out into the sunset?
I don't know what that means.
He's probably like an Orlando fan, just came by just to drive by, and that's it.
But what does it mean?
I don't know. Saying that we're a play pretend. I don't know. I don't know what he's saying there. Maybe he's talking about Pedri. Who knows?
I didn't understand.
Yeah. He says he's just yeah. That's me. Thanks. He's just driving by. Just
shout out. Hey, shout out to my fellow Colombians. It's okay.
Hey, get out of here.
All right. If you have nothing else, Chris, we'll be back tomorrow to preview the do we even do a preview of this DC United? I want it to not exist. Let's just fucking forfeit.
You know what? We'll do a preview. We'll come on for like 30 seconds and be like, preview DC United. They suck. We win. And
I got a guess for the DC United. I got a guess.
You do? Well, bring him on. We'll do it for like 30 seconds with him. I think we should legitimately do that.
Yeah, just because
I shouldn't have even said it because now I'm going to spoil it.
I want to skip this game. I really want no parts of this game. Let's just rush to the next. But the beautiful thing is, although I think we'll beat Orlando, that's right. I'm going it out there. I'm saying it. Yes, 100%. I think we'll beat Orlando. But even though I think we'll beat Orlando, worst case scenario, we lose to Orlando, we still have a chance of the third place, which still gets us into the Champions Cup. So the goal is to get into Champions Cup outside of obviously winning the trophy. So we're in line for that also. So
that's unacceptable talk. That's unacceptable talk. I don't want to hear anything about third place, about being in another tournament. This is another trophy, and we need to win this. And if we don't win it, it's unacceptable and it's a failure.
That's fair. I won't debate that. Are you guys doing a Spanish pod tonight? No, we will be doing a Spanish pod tomorrow morning at 6:30 in the morning. If you want to jump on live tomorrow, 6:30 in the morning, we'll be doing Las Garzas, so we can talk about tonight's game and maybe talk a little Orlando, DC United if you want also. So if you guys are up early, feel free to jump on. And it doesn't like cheese in your coffee, and not in my coffee, in my agua panela. Cheese and some the crackers in my agua panela. That's fire.
This guy doesn't sleep, Rubita. By the way, he just steps into a chamber and wakes up awake like 2 hours later.
Well, yeah, that's what I usually do. I get a solid 4 hours, I think, a night. I'll go to bed tonight. I'll wake up, try to hit the gym in the morning. Get back, quick shower, then jump on for Las Garzas, and wake up the rest of the family, get ready, take them to school, go to work, then soccer practice for the kids. Yeah, I'm busy, but that's the way I like to live my life. What is it? I never sleep because sleep is the cousin of death.
Yeah, I mean,
who said that?
At the same time,
who said that?
Who said that?
Oh, okay.
Just I mean, come on, man.
Just checking.
You are taking years off your life, Danny.
That's all right, but I'm living them to the fullest. Hey, there's plenty of people that take years off of their life by like smoking and drinking. I don't do that.
Well, I don't drink.
But I'm trying to be productive and as efficient as I can. No, 4 hours is not healthy. I try to make up for it on the weekends. That's why I don't podcast on the weekends.
I love Destiny. Hasn't commented all show, but then they come in Illmatic all day. You're my favorite comment of the night. Keep it up. I need gems like this.
Yeah. All right. I want Danny to lose his shit on Chris again for the DC post game. I don't think that Chris is. I think Chris is okay with losing against DC at this point. We're focused in on next week. Like it sucks that this game is in the middle because I don't give a crap about this game on this weekend. And I feel bad for everybody in DC that was hoping to see anybody because I wouldn't send Rodrigo de Paul out there. I wouldn't send Busquets or Alba out there. Nah, it's definitely not.
Let's end the show like this.
That's not true. Illmatic is not the best album of all time.
Yes, it is. Yes,
no, it's not. No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
It was written was even probably almost better.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's a fact.
You legit think that that's the best album of all time?
I do think every song is a banger. That's a playthrough. That's a CD playthrough. No stopping.
I think the best album of all time is Ready to Die.
Yeah, I mean, but isn't that the double disc?
No, it's Life After Death.
Okay, that's right. Okay, because I don't like including double discs in greatest albums. I feel like that's a disadvantage.
Why?
Because it's not fair. You're like putting two pieces of catalog against one.
But it's even harder because it's harder to make a full playthrough album. And Life After Death is a full playthrough.
Yeah, that is a full playthrough. I mean, Mitch is saying the
And
Blueprint
that's
is a
two.
close second. I wouldn't put Blueprint as a second. I mean,
I like oh my god, I'm blanking. What? Oh, the Black Album. There you go. I like the Black Album more than like the Blueprint. It's close.
Black Album is very underrated.
But the Black Album is my favorite GZ album.
Hold on, Pedri, you got to collect yourself. Get Rich or Die Trying is the best. It's not the best album.
It's not the best, but it's a banger, man. And 50 Cent's underrated. That when that album came out, I had just started driving. I just started driving, so I have fond memories of that album. And Many Men is still a classic. People love that song.
It is, but that's like, I get it. Yes, it was one of those that you just like, I get it, but I don't know. I like hip hop. I like quality in my rap music.
G-Unit, put we in here, put. I love that shit.
Yeah, that is. I'm gonna listen to that when we finish.
I know. I was just thinking, I'm gonna listen to that on the way to work tomorrow.
We could get the drummer puppet with him. It's
going down. All right. So we'll be back.
We got to do
we'll be back. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning I'll technically be on for Las Garzas, but for Battered Herons we'll be on tomorrow night to do a preview of the DC game. It might not be our longest preview episode ever, so make sure you have that little bell notification, because if you get here late, you might be watching it on replay because it might be short. It might be short. We're gonna ask, hey, how's Benteke doing? All right, well, what's your prediction?
Yes.
Let's just do it now. Let me see if he's available.
Yeah, see if he's available. We'll just wrap it up right now. Pedri Potter, by the way, and this is just a very hot take. I think that the MGK diss to Eminem was phenomenal. Probably one of the best disses that's gone against Eminem, because everybody is a punk when they have to face Eminem.
I probably heard it, but I don't remember it at all. So it wasn't that memorable. And it was
unexpected from a guy like him. So
you know what was a diss record or diss track that was unexpected, and I actually kind of liked it? Fat Joe's diss track to 50 Cent, because Fat Joe's not that guy.
Yeah, but he uses Big Pun lyrics.
Yeah, but
Big Pun's the greatest rapper of all time.
But Big Pun wasn't dissing 50 Cent.
Yeah, but like he just went into his stash and then he just started putting in words here and there. Like Fat Joe is a robber from the greatest rapper of all time.
That was a diss track that I enjoyed. I enjoyed it was called My Full Four, I think. And that was a good diss track.
It was a good diss.
That one. Yeah.
I mean,
but he never does it. So at the very end, I remember thinking it was really funny because at the very end of the song, he goes, all right, I don't care how many times he responds. Fat Joe responds one time and one time only, AKA, this is all I got. This is all I got. You're not getting anything else. So
yeah.
So, all right. Well,
Cannabis is the best battle rapper of all time. Just want to say that.
Although Kuja stepped all over him.
No, he did. He had one good track. He did. That was a banger. But Cannabis destroyed him. Destroyed him.
Didn't.
Yeah, he did. Get
out. What was it? 99% of your fans wear high heels, and the LO came with 99% of your fans don't exist.
Look, he hit him with a banger. I get it. I get it. He didn't murder him. It was a good battle. That was probably the best battle amongst two.
Nah. All right. Well, we can keep going. This is what a conversation between me and Chris sounds like on a regular basis.
Yeah.
All right, Chris. I think I'll ask you for our final thoughts. My final thoughts. Everything good tonight. Much love to you and Booster. Everything's good tonight. All feel good. Semifinals, and I'm excited because the next week is. I guess we're playing the League's Cup. We got our ass kicked by them twice this year. We can start calling this a rivalry. I think it's finally cooking, and the fans are annoying enough where like you want to, right? So it's gonna be a fun week. So I'm looking forward to it. All right. If you're listening on audio, we appreciate you listening all the way to the end. Please leave us 5 stars, comment, review, all the good stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. And for those of you asking, I can ask a question. When will the match against Chicago will be played? I have tickets for this month. I am from Spain. Oh my God, Rich. Rich, that game probably won't be happening till some point it might happen during the international window because we don't have a game that week. They might make us play that week of September. I think it's like 6th or 7th. What I would do if I were you is I would try to find a ticket to either the third place game, which would be played on the same day of Chicago, or of the final, which would be the following day on August 31st. But that Chicago game, that game is being rescheduled. Rubita says probably September 4th. But for sure, that game isn't happening anymore. So I would definitely look into figuring out how to get tickets. If you're coming from Spain, definitely. And then shout out one more time to my guy Jack from Australia. If you're watching, Chris, you missed it. He came from Australia, met me at the game on. I think his hotel was right by the stadium, right before the LA Galaxy game. Very cool guy, Jack. So shout out to him. And Chris, you missed it because you weren't here. But and then Jeff, you from Spain, I would definitely make sure that you figure out how to either sell those tickets whenever they go on sale for the other date, but definitely get tickets for the third place game or the final, because that Chicago game will not be happening anymore.
And by the way, Pedri Potter rap fan is better than Pedri Potter soccer fan. So I can deal with Pedri Potter rap fan. And for those of you that are still with us, 174 guys, we can't thank you guys enough. You guys are amazing. You guys were amazing in the chat, hanging out with us. Yeah,
absolutely. You know, I think Eminem's a little overrated with as far as diss tracks.
Well, yeah, because he faces off against a bunch of cupcakes.
Yeah, and that's why. Not that he could probably hold his own if he would have done it, but he never did it. Like, who do you go? Benzino.
Yeah, Benzino's like his best competition. You know what? Let's just end the show because, like, Pedri, you fucked it all up. You fucked it all up. Football fan, not soccer. Okay, I get it. Oh my God. Get out of here.
So, again, we appreciate you guys. Make sure tomorrow morning, if you're up, and if you're not, and you want to listen to Las Garzas in Spanish, the episode will be up and out by the time you wake up then. And tomorrow night, make sure you join us for the very short preview of DC United.
Football.
Until the next one,
Love
have
football.
a good one.
No, it's not soccer. It's football.